exposing the harnesses just shows the exquisite engineering that this guy did.
Yeah, I barely ever use it, but I figured it was very helpful.
Do you remember that?
Jupiter has a very strong magnetic region around Jupiter, very high radiation, and Europa orbits Jupiter a short amount of time in the high radiation zone, and then the rest of the 3 weeks are spent in a 1-9 orbs.
That's how big it was.
This one. Kinds of,
Oh yeah, it's a little like that.
So Europa mission, we are going to explore Europa. It's an icy moon of Jupiter, about the size of our moon, with an ocean below it, we believe, that has more water than twice of all of Earth's oceans combined. We're going to explore this moon to assess habitability. Does it have an environment that could actually sustain life presently? There will be other additions. So right now the solar arrays for this is a solar mission out at Jupiter. Those solar arrays are already at the Kennedy Space Center at the launch site, getting our radar antennas installed on them and getting ready for this spacecraft. If this spacecraft had its solar arrays on and deployed, it would go from one end of this clean room all the way to the other. It's 100 feet across. So yesterday we went just into 6 months until launch. October 10th is the start of our launch. We have a 5.5-year trajectory that goes from Kennedy in Florida to Jupiter. Once we arrive, it's about 6 months to get into a harmonious orbit with Europa, and then 4 years for our primary science mission. So 10 years of flight once we launch. Sure, yeah. So the mission itself essentially started in the late 1990s with studies, but this mission was 2014 through the end of primary mission is 2034. So that 20-year period, NASA has put aside $5 billion US for that effort in its totality. And right now we have about 1,000 people on it. At its peak, we had about 4,000 people across the United States and Europe working on it.
One of the fundamental questions that NASA wants to understand is, are we alone in the cosmos? If we were to find the conditions for life and then someday actually find life in a place like Europa, then that would say, hey, in our own solar system, there are 2 examples of life, Earth and Europa. That would be huge for understanding how common life might be throughout the universe. Well, let me clarify that we're not specifically searching for life with this mission. We're searching for the conditions that could allow an ocean to be habitable and Europa to be habitable. We're looking for water. We're looking for the right chemistry, and we're looking for whether the conditions for energy, the chemical energy of Europa's ocean could potentially be right to support metabolism. The Europa Clipper mission will orbit Jupiter, making about 50 flybys of Europa, as close as 25 kilometers, 16 miles or so from the surface, to understand Europa's geology, its interior, its chemistry, whether it's geologically active